Well, it's good to be back in Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Thought we had a great crowd tonight. We're always grateful that our fans, even on a Monday night, a little chilly out there, that they showed up for us. I thought, I didn't realize until after the game, and I looked at the stat sheet, I thought that was a very quiet 30 that Yarden had. But very efficient tonight, she and McKenzie both. The only, looking at the stat sheets, thought we did several really good things. Too many turnovers. Some of those were charges with Sid and Jules. Yarden, I think, also had one. Still not shooting it great from the free throw line, or as good as I think we can. One of our goals was to keep them under their 20. They average right around 20 free throws, and we kept them at 14. I thought that was, we still fouled way too much, but at least we kept them under their average. But for a week that is weird always when you come off a finals week, to come out and just sort of try to get back in rhythm. I thought it was a good night.
Yarden got into a rhythm obviously early. She had 12 points in the first quarter. How do you master that coming off of a 9-game break? Especially,
right.
It's hard to get into rhythm. She didn't seem to have any issue with it.
Yeah, Todd, I think, what we tried to do was, certainly we gave them Tuesday, Thursday was off for them. That was their busiest finals days, I should say. And then really what we tried to do was keep it as normal as possible with the length, with what we were doing. I thought Saturday before the men's game, what we tried to do was get up and down and almost treat it like a 40-minute game, although we only played 30 minutes against our scout guys. And I thought that that was probably helpful for us to, really just get out and run and compete. A little bit different from, drill work, whether it's OD. We really got after it, 10-minute quarters, kept score, kept all the stats as normal. I thought just trying to get them back into rhythm and just sort of just shake the cobwebs out, really. We have a very high academic group, which is great. Finals week is usually a bear for them. They take their academics very serious. And so I tried to be mindful. I think we tried to be mindful of that. You always worry about what tonight could potentially look like, but I just reminded them that what a grateful opportunity we have to compete, and it's been 9 days, and let's go out and try to play fast, try to take care of the ball, try to put a lot of points on the board, and continue to improve our defense. And so I thought we had moments. We still had some slippage inside the game, but I thought for the most part they handled themselves, and we got to play a lot of those kids, that second unit, which is always nice.
Teri, I feel like you would agree when I say this, that Yarden is a lot more mature than your typical sophomore. In your eyes, I guess, what is it about her, maybe on and off the court, that allows her to be so more mature every year? Yeah,
I just think it's, her background, really. When you have the opportunity to play pro back in Israel with she's an unpaid pro. Let's make sure we get that clear. But you're playing with the likes of pros that have already played 4 years of college, some of them 5 years of college, and they're your teammates, right? And you're the point guard on those teams. I think you grow up really fast. She does. She has a different level of maturity about her. She doesn't get sped up. She really plays at her own pace. She's uber talented because she can post up. She can, obviously really good from beyond the arc. She's a fantastic passer. And she continues to want to still be pushed and challenged. That's one of the things that when she came back, she works out with AP every day, but one of the things she wanted to add to her routine was a workout with McKenzie during the week, and that was because she knew that we needed her to become more aggressive if we were going to ask her to play with her back to the basket. And so she's always looking for ways that she can improve and get better. And I think that's what makes her so special. She's not content. She's not satisfied. Yeah, she's she is impressive on a lot of levels, and she's going to have a great career here.
Coach, congratulations
Thank
on the
you.
win. In that first half, we saw a little bit.
How did I know you're going to bring that press up, aren't you?
Pardon?
You're going to bring the press up, aren't you? I know it. I know you skip too well. Yeah.
That half-court three-man
Right.
trap that you
Yeah.
were doing in the first half.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
I just think it's something, we had it in, we've put it in early, and it's something, that we wanted to, have in our defensive playbook, something we want to go to after free throws. I'm not sure how aggressive we're going to be in it. But it certainly can, with our length, we can take advantage of our size, and, you can tick some time off that clock. And so instead of being able to start the shot clock at, 26, maybe you're starting at 18 or 17. And that's really the thought behind it. If teams get aggressive and they want to go up the sideline and we have opportunities to maybe trap, we'll look for opportunities to do that. But, really it was just something that we wanted to add to what we, have been doing defensively, and just extend it, but not get too overly aggressive with it. But I do think, one of the things that we that's a pro for us is our size, and we gotta try to figure out from a coaching standpoint how we can continue to take advantage of our size when we are not the most athletic team. Right? I think we can all agree with that, but we sure can be big, and so that's sort of the thought behind it.
Yeah, you mentioned the free throw shooting, and McKenzie said she knows 10 missed free throws isn't going to fly in Big Ten play. Just how do you stress that in practice throughout the week?
I'm surprised I didn't tell you. We spent most of yesterday afternoon shooting free throws, pressure free throws, and so we just continue to work on them. I didn't make it a point to discuss it on the board like I normally do, thinking that if I maybe don't bring it up, they won't be thinking about it as much, because I think they think about it as much as I think about it, and how much we need those, and how much and how important they are. And here's what I do know: we work on it every day. We have really good shooters. We just got to have the confidence every time we step up there that they're going to go in. And my biggest thing is just making sure that we don't overdo it either with how much we talk about it, because then it really becomes, I think, something they think about. And to me, as a player, you always want to go up to the free throw line and be relaxed, but also have a tremendous amount of confidence that those things are going to go in because of your, the reps, all the reps, the muscle memory that you have, and stepping up with your routine and what that looks like and how that feels, and making sure that, you got to stick them.
When you talk about McKenzie, obviously, she had 7 points in the first half, but all on free throws. They were playing her pretty physically. I guess in a game like this, when she's hitting the floor as much as she was in that first half, is there any kind of level of concern there? And then how much were you able to kind of get her, how were you able to kind of get her going in the second half?
Well, I took her out quick in the first quarter because I was mad at her. I thought, she was caught standing straight up on the out of bounds. She gave up a layup. Kid took it out of her hands on a rebound. And so my expectations are for Mac, it's great what she does offensively, and it might have been, physical and she got beat up. But, we're talking about the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. And I think I need her to be better. And so some of that stuff right now that, she has continued to, some of the mistakes that she continues to make on the defensive side of the ball, she has to be so much better for us, Seth. And she knows it. She knows it. But my expectations are for Mac to once again be the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. And you don't do that if you're not ready. From the time the ball's tipped to that first possession where it's dead ball and you're out of bounds and you give up the first 2 points of the game because you're just not ready. And so, no, I don't get concerned. If I got concerned and I thought it was too physical, but we're getting ready to start the Big Ten in a week. Talk about physical. It's probably great that she might have been, Evansville might have been as physical as they were with her tonight because she's going to continue to see the doubles that she sees night in and night out.
You said ahead of the season that you're going to need players like Beaumont and Amendola to really grow up. What have you seen so far from them this season, especially tonight, because it looked like they made some plays out?
Yeah, Jules did a lot of really good. It was great to see her finally knock down a three. She came up with 5 rebounds, I think. She was super active. I thought she came in with a great amount of energy. So I was happy to see Jules be productive. And then Bo is just, I think what we see in front of us is a kid that has a bright future here. Her body's going to continue to change. When I say that, her strength is going to continue to improve. Inside of Kevin and his program, much like the way Grace Berger, improved. We need her to be aggressive off-ball screens. She shoots it. She has a nice stroke from beyond the arc. She has the ability to be a playmaker for us, and another guard that we can bring off the bench. And so, I think that nights like these are when they can get really good experience is really good for them. And they work every day. Lex and Lex does too, but Lene and Jules are 2 of my freshmen that are in here every day before practice, continuing to work, and so I think both of those guys, have a real chance, but also have a real chance of helping us when Big Ten starts.
Coach, 31 bench points tonight. Obviously, they just hit on the fact that Lene and Jules had great games, but
Right.
Lily had 8 points, Lex had 6, and Hannah has 2. How important is it in a game like this to see that bench production where in other games it hasn't been there?
Well, you're hopeful, that you can come into games like tonight and use your depth. One of the things that doesn't show up here, but it always shows up. There's a stat on here that doesn't measure how much all of these kids care, that from Henna to Lex to Bo to Jules, Lily, Charnice, Ariel, these kids care. They want to help. They want to help those starters. They want to impact the game. They want to do right by these upperclassmen. And, I can't overstate it enough. They want to have an impact. They want to help. They care so much about doing things right. And just wanting to help us any way they can. And so it's great on nights like tonight where you can feed them minutes and they can be productive and they can feel good about, the production of what they did both offensively and defensively. Yep. Thank you, guys.